Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. One of the most emotionally unstable and psychologically conflicted personalities I've encountered in my work, and by just simply, living life and mixing with different human beings and people, no matter who they may be. One of the most difficult I've seen and experienced are those that suffer from envy, a deep sense of envy and jealousy. Now, the problem with envy and jealousy is it leads to nothing but resentment, hatred and resentment in the heart and mind of the person that is envious. Now, we say heart because Islamically speaking, in Islamic psychology, we recognize the heart and the soul. But Western paradigm and Western epistemology has ignored anything to do with spirituality, and it's all about mental health only, which is why a lot of them are in a crisis. So we as Muslims, we recognize there's a heart, there's spirituality, and spiritual health as well as mental health. So those are envious and very jealous and envious of others. They are always in constant turmoil. They're always in a constant turmoil, unhappy, angry. And these are the characteristics that actually come up. They're angry, they're resentful, and they're hateful. All because of what? Because they are not happy with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed another human being with. Whoever they may be, Muslim, non-Muslim, whatever someone has blessed, whatever Allah has blessed you with, could be wealth. They're unhappy that you're wealthy. They're unhappy that you've got a nice car. They're unhappy that you've got a nice house. They're just not happy with the fact that you've been blessed with so many different blessings and opportunities, right? So the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ told us very importantly, إِيَّاكُمْ وَالْحَسَدَ فَإِنَّ الْحَسَدَ يَأْكُلُ الْحَسَنَاتِ كَمَا تَأْكُلُ النَّارُ الْحَطَبِ. Be careful of envy. Be careful of envy, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said. For indeed envy eats away at your good deeds the way fire eats away at wood. So this is what the Prophet ﷺ taught us about envy. And also we know from the second last surah of the Quran, Surah Al-Falaq, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ مِنْ شَرِّ مَا خَلَقَ وَمِنْ شَرِّ غَاسِقٍ إِذَا وَقَبَ وَمِنْ شَرِّ النَّفَّاثَاتِ فِي الْعُقَدِ وَمِنْ شَرِّ حَاسِدٍ إِذَا حَسَدَ. And the last thing we seek refuge in Allah with is from the hasid إِذَا حَسَدَ, the envier when he envies. And you'll find that envious people are constantly talking about others. They seek all the excuses under the sun in order to hate someone else, in order to dislike someone else. And the only real reason is that they're just envious and unhappy that they don't enjoy the same benefit, the same blessing, the same car, the same whatever it may be as someone else, right? Wealth. And it comes down to ingratitude. It comes down to not being grateful for what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed you with. Looking at, you have a glass, is a glass half empty, half full. In an envious and jealous person's mindset, the glass is always half empty, it's never half full. They always look at what they don't have and what they don't possess, rather than being grateful to Allah for what they do have and do possess. So brothers and sisters, be very, very careful of envy and jealousy. This is a kind of mental health and spiritual health destroyer. And one of the hacks to fight off envy and jealousy is to obviously keep on top of his salah. Read more of the Quran with an open mind and heart. And also know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ultimately is the one that blesses people. He has written and He has ordained for whoever's going to be wealthy, whoever's going to have whatever portion of their provisions and wealth or children or business or whatever it may be in this life. So when you're envious towards someone else, it's as if you're objecting to Allah's decision and His qadr and His decree. How can you and I object to what Allah's decree is for anyone? And another way of also stopping envy is whenever you see something you like, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught us to say, MashaAllah, MashaAllah, la quwwata illa billah. That is what Allah has willed, and there is no strength or power except in Allah. So whenever you see something that someone has, something nice, beautiful, could be a car, could be something material thing, because a lot of times these guys are only interested in material things, right? Whatever it is that you're impressed by that someone has, could be someone's height for men, or someone for men, their muscles, and men are like, wow, he's got a good body. Always say MashaAllah, no matter who it is. Say MashaAllah, la quwwata illa billah. And you make dua for that person. So this is a hack. Make dua for that person for Allah to give them more. So you want that blessing. You want that blessing. But you actually make dua to Allah to give them more. And to also bless you with something like that. And even better than that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's called ghibta. So we need to know the difference between envy, al-hasad, and ghibta. Ghibta is a good form of jealousy, which is that you still want that person to have their blessing and ni'mah from Allah, but you also would like it too. As opposed to envy is you want zawal ni'mat akhik minhu wa min hayatihi, for that beautiful blessing and that he has, and that gift that he's been given from Allah, you don't want him to have it anymore, or her to have it anymore. You don't want him or her to have it anymore, and you only want to have it. That's what envy is. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purify our hearts, cleanse our hearts from envy and jealousy.